Hey, before we jump into today's episode of The Upload, I want to say thank you to our sponsor of this episode, Adobe Express. If you are a creator who wants to design faster and smarter without opening 10 tabs, Adobe Express is your new best friend. They've got templates, brand kits, quick video edits. It's all in one place. Go check it out, adobe.com/express. There's also a link in the description. I was actually just at Adobe Max. If you're following and if we're connected on Instagram or LinkedIn, you'll see that I was just there. It was an awesome event. Adobe puts on an awesome conference, and I was there as an ambassador for Adobe Express, and they just treated everybody so well. So I love what they're doing. They've got a ton of AI tools already in the works and already published as a tool available to you as a creator. So go check them out. All right, so let's get on with today's episode. As you guys know, my name is Rob Balasabas. I'm the host of The Upload, and today we're talking about memberships. All right, let me know if you guys have a membership. Send me a note on Instagram, a DM, or even a LinkedIn DM. And specifically, I want to talk about what actually keeps people inside a membership once they join. Because let's be honest, most of us, myself included, used to think that content was the name of the game. It's what people came for. But when you create great content and you deliver value, they'll stay inside your membership, right? Kind of, but not really. All right, let me tell you a little bit about a conversation I had recently with a friend of mine. He's a former executive at a really well-known creator platform, but now he's in the process of ideating and kind of brainstorming and talking to different folks about launching his own membership. And he asked me, we hopped on a call. He said, "Hey, Rob, I know what you guys do." I actually saw him recently a few weeks ago in Los Angeles when we were there for our own event. And we started talking about his ideas and then, got back home and he said, "Let's jump on a call. I just want to jam and just kind of pick your brain on." His question was, what should I actually offer my members? What should I actually put inside of my membership? What should they get by being a member? And so not just to get them in the door, right? But to actually keep them coming back, right? It's one thing to have a really successful launch and, you get excited, you launch this membership and people come in, but really what keeps them coming back? What in our industry, in this business, it's called retention. What keeps the retention high? That means people staying. And what keeps the churn low? Churn means people leaving and canceling your membership. Right? What keeps them engaged and staying for the long term, right? So you want to do that. You want to do that when you have a membership. The longer the people stay on board as a member, the better your business does. And you get what's, sort of like a snowball effect in terms of your revenue. Each month, the members will stay on. And each month you get new members. And so your business should just naturally grow every single month and compound, right? So we hopped on a call. We jammed for a little bit, caught up, he's a dad as well. And so we kind of caught up a little bit. And what came out of it was what I guess I'm calling sort of a ladder of deliverables, right? A ladder of deliverables for your membership. And so this is how I kind of think about memberships now, from the most basic offering to the stuff that really creates sticky, thriving community. All right. So I want to walk you through that. I didn't record the call. It's just a call between two friends. And so I didn't record that, but I wanted to walk you through it. I kind of just, ran it back. And I want to run it with you guys and share it with you. And hopefully you find value, you find use in it, whether you're building a membership or you're helping somebody else build a membership, whether it's now or down the road. You might hear something here that sparks a shift in how you think about, that offer that you guys have in place. All right. So the first level here is what I'd call ad-free or early access content. This is really entry level. You take the content that you're already creating, maybe on YouTube or, Instagram, perhaps live streams, maybe that you're already doing, somewhere, whether it's on Twitch or somewhere else on Zoom, and give paying members early access. And also perhaps remove the ads, remove the sponsored content within those videos, right? And Honestly, this can work, especially in specific niches. One example that comes to mind is a kids platform, kids drawing platform, kids art platform. Their content's already free on YouTube, but they offer a safe ad-free version inside of their membership behind a paywall for their members. The kicker here is that parents are happy to pay for that peace of mind, right? Their kids are in a safe place where they can consume the content. There's not going to be any sort of weird, what would you call it? Unexpected ads that may show up. There's no distractions, just a safe, creative space to consume content, right? And so super basic, right? But useful when the audience really values trust. The second level here is exclusive content and training. So now we're going to level up a little bit. This is where you start offering content that they can't find anywhere else. This could be behind the scenes content. This could be exclusive content. This could be members only workshops, whether that's live or on demand. This could be deep dive Q&A sessions with your members, even full-on documentaries that you've produced just for your members alone. I've seen this happen and used this strategy used many, many times as we speak. Actually, this is happening right now. All right, creators are putting this type of content behind a paywall, and that is the only place to get that content or that experience is behind that paywall that creator has created through their membership. Okay, so it's not really about more content. It's about the exclusivity of the access to that content. And people love to feel like they're on the inside, right? And so this level works really, really well. Now, the third level here and sort of the feature that you want to share with your members is smart content filtering. So this one is a little bit more techie, but it's so underrated in my opinion. As creators, you have so much content and your members and your audience can sometimes get overwhelmed about what to consume first. And so if you're on a platform like the one that I work at, which is Uscreen, for example, you can actually tag and filter content by topic, by author, by length of the videos, by the desired outcome. You know, there's so many ways to tag and filter your content so that somebody in your membership, they're not drowning in 100 random videos. They can go straight to what they need, right? No more overwhelm, just really, really clarity on what type of content they consume, because they can find that content really easily within your platform. So think Netflix, but for your niche, right? For your audience specifically. Number 4, the fourth level here is access, and specifically access to you. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit real here, right? This doesn't mean 24/7 DM replies from you, but it does mean creating some kind of access, additional access beyond your YouTube channel, comments, or even Instagram or social DMs. Maybe it's a monthly live call with you, right? Where they get to hang out with you in a Zoom room or in a broadcast where they can ask questions in live chat, and have a closer direct access to you or your team. Or maybe it's member shout-outs in the community, right? Maybe you're, giving them some love and praise in the community, right? Calling them out and just really celebrating them. Or just being active in your comments or in your community forums. Because when your audience feels like they can actually reach out to you, that's where loyalty really kicks in. And let's be honest, people don't just join memberships for content. They join because they want to belong to something that matters to them. And the last thing that I'll share here is the 5th level is actual community. This is the peak, in my opinion. And honestly, it's a secret sauce that I see creators that turns casual subscribers into long-term members. They come for the content, right? They're coming because of some type of content, whether it's exclusive content or some other content piece. But they really stay for each other. They really stay for that community, for the relationships, the inside jokes, those shared wins, the accountability. They really stay for those relationships. And the best creators I know treat their memberships like a second channel or an additional channel, right? It's not a passive thing that they just set up and hope that it goes really well. It's really something intentional that they've built and they continue to pour into every single month, right? They have consistent content, they facilitate real conversations, and they create spaces where people feel seen and heard, right? That's really the amazing part of it. So, some final thoughts. Content does matter, but it's just a start. It's just the beginning. It's a very low bar of where membership should be. If you want your membership to really thrive and be successful, you got to think beyond the content. So think about the experience, the connection, and definitely the community that is going to be built around it. Because when someone feels like they matter inside your world, then they don't want to leave it. Right? So that's it for today in today's episode of The Upload. I hope this sparked something for you in terms of an idea, something, that you can take into your business. So if you're building a membership right now and figuring this stuff out, I'd love to hear from you. If you already have a membership, that's thriving really well, love to hear from you as well. And, maybe we can have a conversation here on the podcast and we can share it with the rest of the community. So if you're sharing this on social, on Instagram stories, please tag me. Would love that. Would love to share this as well share your story on my feed. And would love to meet you. So send me a DM on Instagram or LinkedIn. Would love to chat and learn more about what you're working on. Thanks for hanging out. Truly, thank you so much for hanging out. It's been such a pleasure always to be sharing on this podcast, and hopefully you're finding value in it. So until next time, God bless you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.